Hey guys, good morning. This is your man, your boys, the face page Satan, the devil, John 666, the devil, Mark of the Beast, whatever. Um, just making this video this morning. Yeah, I've left my thermos at work. That's fine. To talk about a couple things and a couple of changes in my life, some much needed things, and stuff that may happen in the future here. And just, uh, just shoot the shit with you for a minute about a lot of things. Hopefully I can keep this video under fucking 50 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever. But anyways, the first thing is that I got to make some changes in my personal life. I got to do something because the situation and the work situation, at least at my specific job, is fucking killing me. And there's been some recent problems at work that, obviously make me feel like I'm being targeted for either retaliation or something. I don't understand. But either way, the shit's not worth the money they're paying me. So, I got to find other opportunities somewhere else. And those other opportunities may very well be my own artwork and everything like that. Problem being is that, the way our shifts work at this job I have, we don't work traditional 8-hour shifts. The shit is not really that structured, and because of that erratic nature, my schedule week to week, I have no fucking idea what it's going to be. I've worked for other retail establishments before, bigger chains, bigger retail establishments like a Walgreens or a Walmart, where you would know your schedule like 3 weeks in advance. And also you would have some stability to your hours and when you were working, and you had some way of planning your fucking life. With this scheduling and this system, every week I have no clue what's going to fucking happen until Friday. And I have no clue what's going to happen, the next week. And even then, so much shit changes with such a small environment of employees to where, I never know when I'm going to be called in, what's going on. And I mean, I'm not making very much money at this job. Like, it is one of the lowest paying jobs I've ever had in my life. And bearing in mind, the only reason why I took this job was out of desperation. And the only reason why I was desperate is because the people I was living with chose not to do what they needed to do when they needed to do it. And that's still the case. And after months of doing what I needed to do, nothing has changed. So, the living situation isn't changing. Nothing's getting better. And nothing's getting better with the job. So, at this point, it's like I need some drastic changes and I need to do something. Because at this point in my life, I'm no longer going to sit here idle while the world consumes me and destroys me. I did that shit once for like 5 years, and it led me to, suicidal attempt, which I've made videos about that, which I haven't posted back up because I deleted the old account, but I still have the videos. All my old videos I still have. I just got to reorganize them and, repost them to YouTube. Which YouTube and Facebook are not my venues by any stretch of the imagination, or any artist like me, because what we're going through now through social media is the new Disney, the Walt Disney branding, or Walt Disney-like branding of everything, which means controversial content is shut down, corporate control is on the rise. You may have seen a lot of that, if you're aware, through YouTube when the shootings happened, and they selectively chose to demonetize and destroy the independent creators who made YouTube a venue, but yet the corporations moving in, like the Jimmy Kimmel Show and stuff like that, were allowed to monetize content about the shootings, and various shooting and mass shootings and all that. The Vegas shooting being one of the biggest examples of this. So I don't know, some drastic changes. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and I'm always willing to do the desperate measures. I have somebody I love and care about very much right now in my life, and I can't be near her. I can't be close to her. She's all the way across the country. And Portland, one of the places near this person, is a thriving community for a lot of things. For the longest time, I've been kind of stuck here in North Carolina, spinning my wheels, dead end roads, one after the other. I'm kind of sick of it. I'm kind of sick of the whole scene in North Carolina. I'm kind of sick of the whole fucking environment here in North Carolina. There's so many things that are so backwards and so fucking non-progressive, and so many corporate lockdowns as far as wages and rights and all that stuff for the worker. The shit's just gone off the rails. Half of the people are taken care of, and they don't give a fuck what's happening to the rest of the people. Half of the people got good little cushy jobs where they're making 60, 100, 150K a year, and then the rest of us are starving and dying in the streets. And they don't give a fuck. And of course it's Trump country. Because of course, North Carolina has been, notorious for being one of the most backwards thinking and least progressive places you could possibly be. But simultaneously, the vast majority of people do not agree with that sentiment, obviously. But you get to places like this, which is more of a backwater town, you start to see where the majority of North Carolina influence comes from. Because in Charlotte and Gastonia, you're kind of in a bubble. Until I got out here, I didn't start to really realize that the shit's not changed that much. As far as race and different things and attitudes and, all that shit. And out here in this particular area, I'm surrounded by, a lot of meth abuse and a lot of firearm owners. Like I said, any given point in time, I could go outside and, not even a mile down the road, hear people firing off automatic weapons, fully automatic weapons. There's some very dangerous elements down here in this town as far as white redneck philosophies, embedded old veterans. Hell, the town of Maiden itself is only owned by like 4 people. 4 people own the entire land that Maiden is comprised of, apparently. And that's including businesses and everything else. They usually had to lease through these places, and that's kind of where the store I work at's kind of in a fucked up situation, because it's like, it's not a corporate building. It's like bought out from a damn business that still owns the building, so they're in charge of most of the repairs, which means nothing's getting done, which means that like the place is literally falling apart. It's fucking falling apart. And that is what it is. I really don't care. The company I work for in general is just like going downhill. A lot of their business practices are going to lead to the company folding and or just going under in the next 5 to 10 years. I guarantee you. They don't have competitive wages. They don't have competitive hours. They can't compete. They can't compete in the world of Walmart. They need a lot of reform inside their company, and that shit just ain't going to happen. And that's with a lot of companies in North Carolina, because they realize here in North Carolina, we're one of the few states that has no rights for employees. Like literally an employer can come in there tomorrow, fire me for any or all reasons. This is not a joke. They could fire me for anything. They don't have to give an excuse, a reason, or anything. Like they could come in there, just fire me. I have no representation in this state as a worker. We're getting paid the same we were fucking 15, 20 years ago. And now we're paying New York prices 15, 20 years ago. If you want to see the bullshit of inflation and the bullshit of cost of living and all that shit, just look at the North Carolina economy. On average, the workers paid here get paid nothing. And like, for example, cigarettes. The majority of cigarettes cost like $5 to $6 a pack. Okay, years ago in New York, people were making a big what to do about New York prices being $5 to $6 a pack for cigarettes. And here in North Carolina, we were still making round about the same amount of money we were then. Well, now we're paying $5 to $6 for a pack of cigarettes, and sometimes upwards of like fucking damn near $10 for some brands of cigarettes. And our wages are still the same. It ain't because, there's some places like Walmart that have raised the wages and all these other things, but, per capita, every job you find, the wages are still the same. To do what I do inside my company, or inside the company I work for, I'm not getting paid anything. To do what higher levels of management are doing inside my company, they're not getting paid shit. They could go to another company right now and make easily double what they're making with this company. Literally, damn near double what they're making per hour for this company. So, what does that tell you? Do you think I'm going to fucking stay? No. I mean, and bearing in mind, the only reason why I stayed this long is because of one person who works there, which is the store manager, which is an amazing person and human being. That's it. If it wasn't for her, if it wasn't for that person, as far as her being such a great leader and a great human being, and I didn't want to fuck her over, I would have walked out a long time ago. And I would have walked out of this house a long time ago, to be honest with you. And I mean, right now, there's no incentive to stay here. There's no incentive to fucking keep contributing to a situation that is not going to be helped by any other people in the situation. There's a lot of personal things going on with that are just ridiculous, that shouldn't be happening. So I got to make some very hard and major decisions in the coming weeks, because I'm just sick and fucking tired of not going anywhere with my art, with everything. And that's happened before, granted, but this time it's different. I'm a lot more mentally capable and mentally more confident to take on the things I need to, like homelessness, starving, and going to a place where it's going to be very hard, but I could work my way back up. I'm very comfortable with the fact of losing everything and starting over again. Sometimes to make an empire, you have to build it once and then watch it burn, and then build it again and watch it burn, and to get it right, to get it actually fucking right, to where it's going to be an empire that can never be broken again. That's the way I kind of look at it now. I mean, if it takes me 5 tries to get my company, my empire, Tengu Press, and everything to be one of the biggest, best comic book publication companies ever in America, and to solidify my legacy as one of the greatest American artists to ever fucking live, then I think it's worth it, don't you? I think it's worth it to sacrifice everything for immortality. And that is the only immortality a man, woman, or otherwise of human existence can achieve, is through what you leave behind. You can't take any of this fucking shit with you. You can't take any of this, like possessions. None of this shit goes with you when you die. Only you. Only who you are as a person and what you leave behind, which is your legacy. And that should be something that you all fucking take into account. And consideration, because you treat your gold and your possessions and your fucking Dolce and Gabbana and your goddamn Tommy Hilfiger and you flexing and all the stupid shit you buy as something that means something. It fucking doesn't. It doesn't mean a goddamn thing. What are you leaving behind? What are people going to say about you when you die? Do you ever think of that? Did you ever stop to fucking think what people are going to think of you when you leave this earth? Some of you walk around like you don't give a fuck. Like you think your shit doesn't stink. Well, guess what, sweetheart? Your shit stinks like the rest of us. You're not so fucking clean. Ain't nobody coming out of life alive or clean at the end of the day. I don't give a fuck what y'all think and what y'all say. A lot of y'all ain't as high and mighty as you think. A lot of y'all ain't as pure as you think. Y'all done some shit and you hid it pretty well behind closed doors. But when the shit gets drug out to the light of day, which it eventually will, time and karma will take care of you. A lot of people feel like I have to do something to them to seek revenge. No, I just sit back and wait. I wait for shitbags to fall to pieces, because that's what shitbags do. Pimps get exposed, hoes get exposed, fucking shitty fake people get exposed. It's just that simple. Like and I mean, that's a word of advice for all you kids out there. Just sit back and wait. Sit back and wait for some of these shitbags to get theirs, because they're going to get theirs. I mean, don't worry about that. They can get away with it on you. They could hurt you, but eventually time and karma will take care of them. Trust me in that. Lazy, ignorant, stupid ass, fat, dumb shit people, and pimps and all that shit, they don't want to work for a living. That's why they do what they do to you and everybody around them. And take it from me, that shit ain't gonna last forever for them. Every one of these people is being enabled by somebody around them to be the shitbags they are. And eventually, it's going to catch up with them. You treat enough people wrong over a long enough period of time, eventually you're going to have a fucking army hunting you down. And that's just the truth, kids. And that's what I'm saying now. I mean, at this point in my life, I'm at the midpoint of my life, hopefully. I don't know how much longer I have left on Earth. But it's like, at this point in my life, I'm 36 years old. I have nothing. I accomplished nothing. I've done nothing. And that really sinks in when you hit your mid-30s. It's like, damn, I really haven't done shit. I really have nothing that I've contributed bigger than myself to society. And I still have a hard work ethic. I still have unshakable resolve. Like, if I get locked in on something, I'm like a wild dog on it, dude. I'll fucking gnaw your goddamn arm off if I have to. I doggedly pursue my goals and my intentions when properly motivated and focused. And that's where I fell off over the years, is I didn't have focus. Because I had everybody else around me taking my focus and my time and constantly filling my head with fucking bullshit that wasn't relative to me. And I couldn't focus on myself. And therefore, years and years and years and years passed. The next thing you know, you got a belt around your neck in a door jamb ready to drop off the face of the earth. And it can happen to me. It could happen to you. So get your mental shit in check. Start to realize that you got things you got to focus on. For the strong people out there, the good people, you need to focus on you. And some of these people, you need to take what's happening to them in context. Like, if people come to you with pity stories and blah, 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 and I got this wrong and I got that wrong, some people deserve your help. Some people, they're there for a reason. Because they didn't do what was right, they didn't do the right thing at the right time, and they continuously fuck people over. And that's what happened to me in this living situation. I got lied to, and I got manipulated to come in here, and then none of the shit that was promised to me ever happened. And that happened from a friend. And that's fine. He makes his choices, I make mine. And at the end of the day, all my hard work has not meant shit for the company. And when we had an argument, me and my roommate, the other week, I was basically told I was an ungrateful piece of shit. And that set me off. And that killed a lot of things that I ever felt toward this person or ever will feel toward this person. And that's just the way it is. Damages are done. See, the bad part about Americans is we get trained and taught that you can say any fucking thing you want to, and there's always going to be somebody there to pat you on the ass and forgive you for what you said. No, fuck that. We've had too much of that shit in this society. That's why people can say the stupidest, dumbest, meanest, hurtful shit to each other now. And, you know, it used to be a point in time where, you know, I hate to say it, and I've said this before, where in the Old West, you said some fucked up shit, motherfucker, you were getting shot. We were having a duel. We were going out in the street, in the middle of the saloon, and I'm gunning you down. And if you kill me, good. If I kill you, better. You know what I mean? And it's like we took away consequences for retards in this country. Like, literally, if I go out there right now and smack somebody in the face, like my roommate, I'll get arrested. Everything I've worked hard for will be thrown away just because I smacked this motherfucker. And, yeah, like the law protects shitbags like that now. People are very aware of, you know, they're going to push you till you punch them in the fucking face, and then you get arrested and lose what you built. And then they get to walk away. And they just, all they did was get punched in the face. So my recommendation is, if you're going to do that, you might as well beat the fucking hell out of them. Because punching them once in the face is just as good as cracking them in the head with a baseball bat. You're going to lose either way. If you're going to jail, you might as well make it worth it. Right? Like, if you're going to go to jail for slapping them, you might as well just punch them. And since you're going to go to jail for punching them, why not just kick them? And why not just keep kicking them? And why not just fucking break their leg or something? Because you're going to jail either way. Fuck it. What do you got to lose at that point, right? And that's kind of my thinking of it. Like, if I'm going to go to jail, it's going to be fucking worth it. Like, if I'm going to lose everything, it might as well be fucking worth it, right? Anyways, this video's long. I'm going to try to keep it under 20 minutes. Good Lord, I'd fucking run in my goddamn mouth. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. I'll be back with more updates. Gotta go. We're counting down to 20 minutes. Oh my God, let's stop it. Have a good day, babies. Daddy loves you. Oh God.